Scotland Street Tunnel in Edinburgh. Once part of the main rail route north from the capital, now disused for almost 150 years, are mostly forgotten about. The tunnel runs northwards from the present-day Waverley Station for over 1,000 yards, passing deep underneath the new town and emerging in the Cannon Mills area. The impressive north portal can still be seen behind the playground at King George V Park. It's hard to imagine now that there was once a large station and goods yard on this site. Scotland Street Tunnel has a long and colourful history, and many secrets can still be found hidden within its curved walls. Let's take a look inside. The tunnel was put to a few different uses after it closed to rail traffic. Most significantly, it was converted into an air raid shelter during World War II, and many of the features that exist within the tunnel today date from this period. It was divided into sections by a number of these brick blast walls. This one is around 250 yards in from the north portal. The circular hole was once home to an electric fan that kept the air flowing and provided vital ventilation in this confined space. In places, water finds its way through the tunnel's brick lining, bringing various colourful minerals with it. This section, beyond the first blast wall, has a particularly rich selection of mineral coatings and stalactites. A second World War II blast wall is roughly at the halfway point of the tunnel. The southern half of the bore contains a lot more features of interest. A series of small buildings, 7 in total, were built along the west wall of the tunnel. 5 of these are toilet blocks containing urinals and rows of cubicles. However, the other 2 buildings have a slightly more interesting history. They housed the London and North Eastern Railway's Wartime Emergency Control Centre. The larger building housed the main control room along with a battery room and a first aid station. The other contained a conference room and a staff room. Unfortunately, decay and vandalism have taken their toll over the years, and little remains of the building's interiors. Although Scotland Street lacks the frequent refuges usually found in the side walls of railway tunnels, it does have 2 side openings, both in the west wall, exposing the bare rock behind the lining. A series of brick blocks spaced out along the floor may be all that remains of a set of wooden buildings that once stood here. Beyond the buildings, the tunnel is divided again by a final set of 2 blast walls. In between the 2, an old metal light fitting still survives, indicating that the tunnel would have been lit by electricity during the war years. The south end of the tunnel has changed more drastically than the rest. The south portal was lost when the Waverley Market shopping centre, now Prince's Mall, was built over the top in the early 80s. This narrow corrugated metal tube is all that now remains, giving access and ventilation through the foundations of the mall. The tube emerges behind this unassuming metal gate in the north wall of Waverley Station. Although the sign above mentions the Edinburgh, Leith and Newhaven Railway, the original name of the line, there's little indication of just how much history lies behind that gate.